Scrum. Scrum is one of the agile methodology. You can also call it as a software development life cycle. So how to develop a software using Scrum. So Scrum has come from a game called rugby, and here two teams are fighting. Actually, one team is fighting for a single goal objective. So there is a ball, and then one of them they do the sprint, and finally they do the touchdown. So it's all about working as a team together and trying to get the result. So the Scrum, as I just suggested, the name is derived from an activity which you see here during rugby match. This is a software development process, and this is under Agile software development. And this was conceived by Jeff Sutherland in early 1990s. He is the gentleman. And it was further developed by Schwaber and Wiedel, these two gentlemen. And every software development life cycle, we talked about waterfall, spiral, iterative, prototype. They all have certain framework activities. You can also call them as basic activities. So Scrum also has certain framework activities. It is requirement, analysis, design, evolution, and delivery of the software product. With each framework activity, there are certain work, there are certain job has to be done. And this occurs within a process pattern. And this process pattern is called a sprint. So whenever the software requirement comes, we just run, that is a sprint we do. And this is a process pattern. The work conducted within this sprint or the task pattern is properly defined, but it can be modified in real time by the Scrum team. So Scrum, as I said, there are certain software patterns. Software patterns are already developed way of working, which you can follow, that has already been established. So if the timeline is very tight, for example, in 1 year, 6 months, you have to deliver the product. The requirements are changing. For example, after 2 months, the user comes, he says, oh, add this thing or remove this thing. So there is continuous change in the requirement. And the business is very critical. That means the product which you have to make has to be developed faster. So each of these process patterns, let me tell you, process pattern is again this set of activities which are already there, the steps which are already established. So here also I'll tell you the process pattern of Scrum. So there are certain development activities. Everything starts with a backlog, product backlog. So this is actually the list of functionalities. User has given you these many functions he want. These are the functionality, and they are prioritized also. That is, first I want this one, then this one, like this. So these are basically the feature functionality. You can call it as a requirement. So this all comes under a backlog. Now, this backlog can be changed. That is, user can add, delete, modify the requirement. That is how the change is introduced. Agile technology or methodology is all about the change. Now, here is a product manager. That is the key person. He assesses, he finds out the backlog, which one is given more priority, which we have to develop first. So this is all the main manager, he decides depending upon the backlog. So these are all the requirements. So he says, okay, this is important, so we'll just shift it over like that. Now comes the sprints. This is the actual run. This is the actual software development. So here we have a predefined time box. Normally it is 30 days. I'm not fixing it. It can be 25 days. It can be 40 days, like that. Normally it is 30 days or 1 month. So here we have requirements. So say we have 50 requirements. So say 3 we have taken. These are prioritized requirement. And this has been taken from backlog. And the team has decided, okay, we have to do these 3 requirements in 1 month. Now, while these 3 requirements are being done or implemented, there is no change. That is, at a particular sprint, no change can be introduced. Okay? Backlog work items change is not possible in this 30 days or time box. That is, when the team is working for these 30 days or 40 days, this is short term, but the environment is stable. The changes are not happening here. Okay? So this is short term, they are working, but this is stable environment, they are working. The most important is face-to-face conversation. We also call it as Scrum meetings. So these are very short, casual meeting, normally 15 minutes, 10, 20 minutes. So here there are key questions the senior asked with the team who is working. The first question is, what did you do since the last team meeting? Like yesterday, what did you do extra? And what are the problems you faced? So we need to solve this problem, uncover the error as early as possible. So the asking is what you have done and what are you going to do the next team meeting? What do you plan to do? So this is a casual meeting. And the team leader, also called here as Scrum Master, he leads the meeting, he assesses the responses, the problems which the team is facing. This is all because this meeting is just held because every problem has to be uncovered and to be solved as soon as possible. They don't want it to be propagated the next day. If you have problem, now if you go to the doctor, you have to tell the problem, then he'll give you the medicine. Exactly like this. Scrum Master assesses the team, try to solve face-to-face conversation, and they have all the knowledge socialization. Daily meetings is all about knowledge socialization because this is the Agile, and Agile is all about self-organizing team structure. So this is also promoting. Everyone is talking every day. They're saying hello, hi, having coffee, and discussing about the problems and solving it. Not demos. Demos is the actual software which is produced. So we are delivering the software increment to the customer because we have implemented certain functionality from the backlog. And this can be demonstrated. This will be evaluated by the customer and you get the response. And that is how you plan for the next. That is, demo may not contain all the planned activity. Please remember, I told you about, say, 50 requirements are there. It may not have all the requirement, but what time box, it is done. So, Scrum is an agile development method. This is all about tight schedule software delivery. And there is a process pattern where we have backlog, which is called the requirement. Sprint is all about development. There's meeting being held, and then finally the demos are given. So very crystal clear and very outlined and streamlined way of working.